YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and I ran onto something in the Macedon campaign that I wanted to check real quick. Who's got the mercenary Persian cavalry? Is it Colchis? No, Noble Blood Cav. Hippeus Lancers, not them. I thought one of the new factions had them. They must not. Is it Armenia? Armenia's got the Persian Cav? Yeah. They do have the Persian Cav. This will work. So I'm just going to throw some units here together. I just wanted to see something real quick. It doesn't matter who I go up against, honestly. Let's go. Egypt's got some crappy units. As the general. One of the few factions where you can bring crappy units as a general, I think. Let's just get this started real quick. I just wanted to show you something I ran onto here. At least I wanted to see if it was true. So I'm playing Macedon campaign, and some Persian cav charges or dismounts and comes after my men because it had been on a ship, and they were carrying axes, which theoretically usually have nice armor penetrating value. Yeah, sure enough. 11, or is that pretty standard for shot cav? I'll have to check that out when I get out. Let's see. Start the battle. And I'm going to dismount and see if my men switch over. I'm going to probably get hit with some javelins pretty hard by these carrying axemen. See if my men switch over to axes. Yeah, check it out, they do. So my men switch over to axes. Doesn't change their damage. That's interesting. Yeah, so this is a shot cavalry that switches over to axes when they dismount. I don't know if this plays any role in multiplayer or anything, but just wanted to show you all just because I had noticed it and it was a curiosity. I didn't know that. I know on Rome 1 you could use, like Cataphracts had an alternate mace attack, obviously that did a lot more weapon damage. I wonder if my guys actually win this fight against the carrying axemen. It'd be impressive if they did, because it's literally half as many men. Yeah, the carrying axemen are going to outnumber me. So, my guys have slightly better attack, a little less damage. Overall, just better health and stuff, but my guys aren't mounted, so I don't know if all that health still applies to them.
The men are wavering.
Probably doesn't. Yeah, so anyway, just that was a quick tidbit for the day. Obviously, they're not good when dismounted, if they can't take on carrying axemen, but just wanted to show you that as a curiosity. I had no idea. That means that they may fight with axes after they get done with the charge as well. Again, not sure that that has any substantial impact on the way you play the game, but it was just a curiosity thing for me that I saw. So, recently, after having watched a video that Maximus put up about Germanic slingers being quite capable of blocking incoming missiles with their shields, I had been looking for an opportunity to try Germania versus a skirmish-heavy faction. It is a bit frightening to go against Parthia as the Suebi. My opponent, though, did tell me, he's like, hey, I'm going to go cav heavy. He recognized me, and he was like, hey, I'm going to go cav heavy. And I was like, what, is he trying to trick me? Surely he's going to go sword heavy. And I was like, but I can't risk taking swords and him not bringing swords. So I went ahead and brought spears, and he did go cav heavy. So I was like, oh, that's good for me. And probably too nice of him to tell me what his strategy was going to be, because then I can counterpick it. If I were him, honestly, I would have lied and then gone sword heavy, but I guess I'm a lot more devious, so kudos to my opponent for having more honor than I would have in that scenario. So anyway, I've got 4 Germanic scout riders, 4 Germanic slingers, 4 spear walls, 4 spear women, and 4 Wodenaz spear. Power of 4 here. So, and my opponent has 3 Eastern slingers, 4 Persian hoplites, 2 Parthian horse archers, 1 Eastern cataphract, Noble Blood Cav, Mercenary Sarmatian Lancer, 2 Camel Fracks, and then he's got a Royal Cataphract. The Camel Fracks are an interesting unit. They would be very deadly against enemy cavalry. Not bad against enemy infantry still, though, 71 charge. So, should still be a good unit. And they scare enemy horses, they still have trample. So, anyway, I feel good about the skirmishing fight. My Germanic slingers will beat the Eastern slingers. If you all haven't watched the video that Maximus put out about this, you should go. It was a pretty clever video and a pretty clever find. Anyway, their shields block 60% of incoming missiles, which means the slingers that are technically better than them, like the Eastern slingers and cost more, will actually still get owned by the Germanic slingers in kind of a 1-versus-1 engagement, and even sometimes blobbed against them just because their shields are so good at blocking incoming missiles. So my Germanic slingers are meant to do 2 things. 1, keep horse archers off me, and 2, keep enemy skirmishers off me. So that was their goal. The spear wall is meant to just hold forever because these guys have 81 melee defense. They're not that good at attack. Not a brilliant charge bonus. Again, they're just a holding force. So my opponent's going to go ahead and come engage my spear wall, which is fine. It's really not going to be a dangerous engagement for him. On the flanks, though, I've got to try and use my Germanic Scout Riders to full effect against his Cataphract units to try and keep them from getting to my infantry. And then I just have to make sure I don't leave any gaps for my opponent to easily get to my skirmishers. It's going to be difficult because he's got a lot of cavalry, and my spears are going to be relatively slow moving. Now my spear wall, though, not particularly strong, but it is going to hold forever in this fight. But his guys are in hoplite wall, my spears are going to go into spear wall. I mean, this is going to be a long, grind-out fight between the infantry. And our slingers are kind of duking it out right now, and for the moment, my guys are doing just fine. He is getting quite a few kills because I have to turn one of my guys to face his horse archers. And I'm not focusing fire. He probably is. Yeah, it looks like he's focusing fire. But see, even focus fire, he's only killed 30 of my cheap slingers with his eastern slingers, which cost substantially more. And my slingers were able to drive off his horse archers there too. I'm going to intercept his cataphracts, though he does get a trample charge against my spearwomen. I'm not sure if it was a great charge or... Oh yeah, it was a good charge. And I didn't go into cavalry counter tactics right away either. Definitely should have done that here. I finally do it now, and so that will actually help me kill quite a few cataphracts here. That fight will start to pretty quickly turn back around. Now my opponent was going for my skirmishers and then decides to go for a rear charge. Not a bad plan, but the Noble Blood Cav will hurt my morale, but it's not going to do a particularly large amount of damage, and then my Wodenaz Spears are going to catch up with them. Wodenaz Spears are brutal in combat against enemy cavalry. You really don't want to get wrapped up with them. His Eastern Cataphracts actually ends up getting slain pretty badly by my spearwomen here. And then over here I've just got his hoplites down, and I keep chasing his Cataphract units with my spears, and with my Germanic Scout Riders assisting, I've actually killed a great many of his armored horsemen. So right now I actually have kind of I wouldn't say a mobility advantage, but he hasn't been able to really get to my back lines yet, which is good, because my spears are very effective versus Cav. Now here he's going to get this Wodenaz spear, and he got a nice trample charge on it. I really should have engaged cavalry counter-tactics again here. He does have hoplite support as well. And I've got to watch out for these mercenary Sarmatian Lancers here. Yeah, his Royal Cataphracts get away unscathed with 30 kills, so... And if you look at just the main engagement, my spear wall, just going to hold forever against his Persian hoplites, who are not high attack units. My general here is going to kind of hold this breach. I really want to get to his general here, so I was going to pin him down with my Scout Riders while he wasn't getting a charge. And I'm trying to get my general to his, but I'm having to kind of pull away from these mercenary hoplites, which is going to hurt my guys. And it's also going to lose me a lot of Scout Riders. But again, I didn't really succeed because his hoplites were chasing me and I couldn't get away. But I did manage to kill his Sarmatian Lancers. So my opponent lost another Cav unit, and his Noble Blood Cav here is getting low on men as well. I'm just trying to pin it in place so that my spearwomen can finish it off. The spearwomen are really good against cavalry. Now he sees my slingers open, and he's going to try and bring in his Parthian horse archers and get at them, and it is a good opportunity for him. My guys were on skirmish, and I should have skirmished like this so that my spears can get in the way. So he's going to actually get to kill a whole bunch of my Germanic slingers here. So that was a huge mistake on my part, because with these guys alive, I had a nice edge in this battle that my opponent was going to have a hard time overcoming. Now his slingers, though, have been firing more than mine, and it's doing him well here. He's shooting my mercenary spearwomen. But that also means that I have some ammo left, and he's probably used a little more ammo than I have. So now I'm going to be able to catch his Parthian horse archers here. I'm going to chase him with my Germanic Scout Riders. His Royal Cataphract Gen is still alive and healthy. 88 kills, still kicking. My Wodenaz Spears engaged with these hoplites, and they are doing very well. Wodenaz Spears are definitely going to be superior to the mercenary hoplites. They've got excellent charge, very nice defense. These Cataphracts are going to get a brilliant charge right here into the back of my Wodenaz Spears. Kind of sucks for me. I should have turned around sooner and stopped that, because he's going to get a lot of kills. So up to 100 and some odd kills here. So it is a very close fight at this point. It could kind of go either way. So again, his Cataphracts are retreating, so I'm going to try and stop them with my Scout Riders. And I was thinking, I didn't see this flag here for some reason, and so I gave a pull-through order by accident here, but it actually just ends up getting my spearwomen killed, which kind of sucks. And his general manages to kill my Scout Riders here, so That was not well done by me, and not intentional even for that matter. Though his Persian hoplites are losing the fight to my spear wall in general, and then my Woden spears are fighting pretty well up against his mercenary hoplites here. Right now his Royal Cataphract Djinn is my #1 worry, and then he's got these few camel fracks left. But my Woden spears should be able to handle them. And I've got my slingers over here trying to take down more of his slingers. Yeah, I'm going to intercept these mercenary hoplites here. Not sure what he's going to do with these camel fracks. I can't remember. His general's going to try and start swinging around for rear charges. Exactly what he should do. But my Woden spears here got such a good charge, they're going to knock out those hoplites. Oh, my camel frack, or the camel frack's going to kill my slingers. This sucks. I should have seen that coming and done something. I have units back here too that I forgot about that I'm not using, and my opponent gets another trample charge here. Or no, he goes into diamond, and then my Woden spears. Decent charge, but when he tries to pull away from me, I'm going to give him chase here. And my Woden spears are going to be fairly quick, and they're on cavalry counter tactics, which means that his guys are going to take substantial losses, so that charge was not worth it for him. He was getting tons of kills, and all up to this point his Royal Cataphracts have been very cost effective, but now they really got wasted right there. So now they've been substantially weakened, but I mean the fight is very close. A rear charge up here may change the fight entirely. My general is still alive, miraculously. It's 57 men, he's still alive up against that hoplite, but he's taken slinger fire here in the flank. The enemy slingers just ran out of ammo, I think. I can't tell. No, they don't have their daggers out. They may still have ammo. Anyway, here comes the Royal Cataphract charge from behind, and I thought this was going to end the battle here. But fortunately for me, his guys are starting to waver. My guys managed to actually take the charge, and then he has to pull through to get away from my incoming Woden spears. But that gets my Woden spears in here against his Persian hoplites as well. And now his general is going to have to cycle back around to try and get another charge. So at this point I realized I have units back here and I start bringing them in, and I'm like, man, this is a close fight. And he is working his slingers over to the flank. Not good for me. These slingers have their daggers out, so those guys are out of ammo. These guys still have ammo. Nope, they just ran out. So his slingers are mostly out of ammo. My Germanic scout riders here get in the way of his men, and I managed to kill his eastern slingers. And then my own slingers are going to start getting shots on his Royal Cataphract general. So this is going to be it here. It's make or break. Now his general just used his trample charge as well. He might have wanted to save that for hitting my infantry. They're down to 7 men and getting hit by slinger fire. So if I can kill his general, I'm pretty sure I have this battle, because the Persian hoplites don't have the discipline trait. But he charges into the back of my general. I'm like, oh gosh, general, please, just live. Just live, man. And somehow my general survived the cataphract charge and the friendly fire. He's still alive. And I had fast charge left, so I was like, might as well use something. And wow, look at that. Very, very close fight. The Parthian forces were out at the very end. Very well played by my opponent. And it was a fun battle. And the Germans, the Suebi here, do have very nice spears. Very nice spears. However, they're still at risk, as you saw, of getting charged by shock cavalry when they're not braced. And they will get eaten on pretty bad in that scenario. But if you look, I mean, Woden spears are very capable units for a spear unit. These spear wall, these guys were in that fight the whole time. And just, they can hold out forever because of their defense against other spearmen. Against, you know, really good swordsmen, not near as long. But against other spearmen, these guys can hold for a very long time. Spear women are nice as far as, you know, working on the flanks and chasing off units there. They have nice attack and a good charge. So I would see them being useful for that. Woden spear, same thing. Nice attack, nice charge. Very, very good unit overall for the price as far as a spearman goes. I wonder if these guys would beat a Triari head-to-head. It'd be hard to say because the Triari have so much armor. I thought the Germanic Scout Riders did good. A lot of these kills actually came on super heavy cavalry, and if you look, his general was the only cataphract unit that was able to really be successful, which is huge. So I think the Scout Riders came in handy, and he did get a lot of kills with his general. But fortunately for me, it wasn't quite enough to tip the scales of battle. So hope you all enjoyed this one. It was a very fun battle, and I will be back with more in the future. HeirofCarthage, signing off for now.